G'day, I'm an Australian and I eat Vegemite. You see, that's like Alcoholics Anonymous. We do that. You're in Australia too. Um, why do we eat Vegemite? Well, it's one of our national dishes and it's quite world famous. And people who come here often try it and don't like it, which always has me mystified. What's not to like? Anyway, this is emphasised to me when I was watching a motorbike review of the new Suzuki GSXR 600, and two American guys went along the Great Ocean Road down to Victoria, which is fantastic. You've got to do it sometime. A couple of bikers, ostensibly bikers are tough guys, right? Well, these two guys decided that while they're in Australia, they're going to try Vegemite as part of their Australia experience. And they were going, it's horrible, and they spat it out and all that. A couple of really poofed motorbike guys, I'm looking at it thinking, what? They ride motorbikes? This is shit. Look, I've been to Central Australia and eaten raw goanna, mate. I mean, you go somewhere and somebody offers you some food, you just eat it. What's the matter with you? It's food. They eat it, they don't die. But what is Vegemite? Well, it's a spread. You put it on bread normally. You can put it in cooking if you're clever, but this is not an empty one. I had this on my toast for breakfast this morning. What does it taste like? Now, first of all, people talk about the colour. It's the colour of shit. Yeah, well, so is chocolate. So don't give me that. That's not an excuse. It's brown. So, mmm, 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 mmm. I love it. It's salty. It's a salty thing. Has it got a lot of salt in it? No, it doesn't actually. It's just, for years when I was a kid, I used to believe that it was actually made from meat, some sort of byproduct from meat. It's not. It's made from yeast. That's why it's got all the vitamins and minerals and so on in it that make it so healthy. You see, we're very innovative in Australia and we drink a lot of beer and rum and whiskey and everything else, There's a lot of gout in Australia. Okay. So when you ferment something, with yeast, what happens to the yeast after the fermentation? Well, it dies. Ironically, yeast sacrifices itself during the fermentation. It produces alcohol from the sugar and then it dies from the alcohol, ironically, which is why you have to get special yeast to achieve a certain level of alcohol, around about 16-18% alcohol will kill yeast. And then the yeast falls to the bottom. What happens to it all? Well, it's full of nutrient and goodness, it goes into agriculture, it used to, it's very good for growing plants and so on. But we're innovative here. So because there's so much of it, people realised that if you got the, all the dead yeast from beer, brewer's yeast that's dead, and processed it, you could make this stuff, and it's extremely good for you. What a wonderful way to use a byproduct from brewing, you see? And that's what Vegemite is. So if you're Australian, if you want to be really Australian, you drink beer. Not too much. Don't be an alcoholic. That's bad. Apparently, it's bad. I've been told it's bad. It must be bad because people say it's bad. Yeah. Anyway, you drink beer and then you get the alcohol and all the goodness in the beer from the barley and that, or hops, depending on how it's made. And then you eat Vegemite. And then you get the goodness from the dead yeast as well. And now you're really Australian because you've embarked on the entire alcohol producing process. And that's Vegemite. Yummy stuff, salty. Try it on your toast. I recommend it. It's better than Promite and all the other imitation ones. There's only one Vegemite. Vegemite. See ya.